We're talking about the Himiway Escape, one of the most popular e-bikes on the market today. So let's dive into the specs. The motor is a 750 watt. It's a big one, continuous rated gear, high-speed brushless rear hub motor. That's important. And now at 750 watts, it's pretty peppy, pretty powerful. It's going to provide about 80 newton meters of torque, which is equal to about 59 foot-pound force for those playing at home. Remember, torque is force times distance, and horsepower is torque times RPM. Since we don't have the RPM stats here, we're not sure what the horsepower is, but that would be interesting, and I'm sure some techie can supply that information in the comments below. The weight of the bicycle, it's heavier than the Cruiser. It's 92 pounds, which is, yeah, that surprised me too, trying to pick this bad boy up. So it's got a little bit more girth to it. Remember, it's that big motor. That 750 watt motor provides a lot of weight as well, but it's interesting that it weighs more than the Cruiser. The recommended rider heights, 5'2" to 6'4". Now, I'm going to be honest, the seat is not a standard seat, so it's not adjustable, it's not replaceable, you can't really do much with it. So if you're 5'2", you might have a little bit of challenge putting your feet down. You may have to kind of slide off the seat and put your feet down to stabilize it when you're stopped. At 6'4", I'm about 6 foot. My legs, I can pedal it pretty well and rest my legs on it pretty easily, but it is, when you get a little bit taller than 6 foot, it might be a little bit of a stretch to be comfortable on the bike, I guess is what I'm looking for here. Now, what's nice about this, as opposed to the Himiway Cruiser, this has front and rear spring suspension, where the Cruiser only has the front suspension, so you need a seat post with suspension if you want to make that ride a little softer. So this is actually better for off-road, believe it or not. Maximum load's about 330 pounds. That's rider and any baggage you got on there. Top speed, before you hack it or unlock it, is about 22 miles an hour. Supposedly, with that 750 watt motor, if you do hack into the controller, you can get it up to 28 miles per hour, but you can certainly do that, and there's lots of videos that will show you how to do that, and we'll show you how to do that in a future video on this too. Brakes, you've got hydraulic disc brakes. You've got a 48 volt, 14 amp hour battery, which multiplies into 672 watt hours, so that's going to give you about 20 to 35 miles on a full charge, depending on the rider's weight, how much inflation you have in the tires, the incline. If you're going up big hills, it's going to be a little bit less, and how much pedal input you put in there. So if you're pedaling a lot and supplying a lot of the power, especially from a dead stop, you're going to get a little bit more range out of that battery. It's got the 4-inch Kenda fat tires. They're 20 inches in diameter. It's got a 6061 aluminum frame, 5 pedal assist settings. So you can set it to the lowest, which is going to get you up about 15 miles an hour, and all the way up at pedal assist 5, it's going to get you up to about 22 or whatever you max it out at. You've got the LCD display with the speedometer. You've got the pedal assist level indicator, odometer, trip meter, and some other stuff in there too. Comes with a front and rear LED light, which is nice, with a big, large headlight. Not super bright. You could change it and add something else to there if you're riding at night, and you probably should. It's got a half-twist throttle, which is nice. Personally, I'm not a big fan of the thumb throttles. You feel like you're really on a motorcycle, which essentially is almost what it is. Comes with a rear rack, which is supplemented with some kind of treated wood, and also front and rear fenders. And the front of the bike has a mount area if you can put in an optional rack or something else on there too. So it's a pretty capable bike. It feels a lot more balanced. I mean, it's just a really nice, balanced ride on this thing. Personally, I like being a little bit closer to the ground. I feel like I can put my feet down a little easier. And when Felicia rides this too, it's a good size for her. She's about 5'3", 5'4", and she has no problem riding this guy as well. So the shorter people are going to definitely feel more comfortable on this than on the Cruiser. The Cruiser's a pretty big bike, especially the non-step through. The thing's got some torque. It moves. It goes pretty fast, and it will surprise you. If you've never ridden an e-bike before, I always tell people, be ready. Be ready for that thing to pull on you. It's going to give you a good tug as soon as you hit that thing off, and the thing's going to cook. So definitely wear your protection, wear your helmet, and probably a pair of long pants and a long sleeve shirt as well, because you just never know. The Himiway Escape, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, comment with your thoughts below, and please like and subscribe. We're going to have a whole bunch more e-bike reviews coming up shortly. Thanks for watching.